que me manden mensaje para yo pasarles sus resultados o si prefieren que lo haga aquí pues de forma grupal.
Cualquiera de las demás.
Bueno, pero son 7, entonces que me comenten los demás.
Igual que Wendy, maestra, ya somos hermanos, todos sabemos qué calificaciones tenemos.
Ok. Bueno, se las voy a compartir y les voy a comentar, ¿no? Ya les había compartido este formato, entonces pues es exactamente el mismo. Esta es la primera evaluación. El primer apartado aquí donde dice video calls, pues es para la asistencia, ¿no? Ese viene siendo la asistencia. Classworks, pues son las actividades. Y exam, pues es el 40%, 40 plus 40 plus 20. Aquí pueden ver ustedes su porcentaje y al final la calificación final. Recuerden que arriba de 5 se redondea hacia arriba y abajo de 5 pues ya se redondea hacia abajo. ¿Ok? ¿Tienen alguna duda? Se los voy a dejar aquí unos segundos por si...
Sí, oiga, maestra.
Dime...
Ya supe como maestra, gracias.
Ya, ok. Lo que aparece en blanco es en números, por ejemplo, pues 11, de que son 11 días, ¿no? Fueron los que se tomó asistencia. 2 actividades que fueron las que se realizaron. Y esta es la calificación. Y lo que está en colores, enseguida de cada numerito, son los porcentajes. Y pues ya al final todo eso se suma y les da su calificación final. Y recuerden, repito, por ejemplo, en el caso de Alexia, tiene 79, es 8. En el caso de Robbie, 95 es 10 en realidad, porque ya arriba del 5, pues se redondea hacia arriba. Y en el caso de Judith, por ejemplo, es 71, o sea, no se redondea hacia arriba, se queda en 7. ¿Ok? Se las voy a dejar, repito, unos segunditos. Pues ya una vez que suba sus calificaciones, no, pues no sé si tengan alguna duda. Yo voy a subir calificaciones, creo que mañana, no estoy muy segura, tengo que revisar la plataforma porque se abre. Nada más les comento, pues si tienen alguna duda o algún comentario, me lo hagan saber ahí sí de forma individual, por favor, posterior de la clase, después de la clase, para en caso de llegar a alguna corrección o algo, pues que sea antes de que se suban a plataforma, ¿no? Ok, ¿puedo quitarlas ya? ¿Sí?
Sí, si es 87 sube a 90, entonces, perdón.
Sí.
Ok, perdón, gracias.
De nada. Ok, bueno, continuamos entonces. Today we're going to start with the unit 11, which is the second unit of the 3 units. So unit 1 of the 3, it's already gone. We are in the middle. We're about to start the second unit of the quadrimestre, so there are 3. And the unit for today, it's called Keeping in Touch. It's gonna be talking about technology. I'm going first to share a presentation with vocabulary. Keeping in Touch is the title. And today, the class of today is gonna be of vocabulary and listening, and that's it. It's gonna be kind of short. Okay, so the first word is email. Michelle, can you help me to read the definition of email, please?
Message Ay, teacher.
Distributed.
¿Cómo es esa palabra?
Distributed.
Distributed by electronic means from one computer user to one or more recipients via network.
Okay, so an email, we also use it here in Spanish. In our country, email is the same as in English, right? I see as you're taking notes. Can I go next? Okay, web page. Anna, can you help me, please?
Yes, teacher. Web page. A specific collection of information provided by a website and displayed to a user
in a web browser, right? I don't know if you finished reading, but I think that
Sí,
no,
sí.
no. ¿Se trabó o no sé?
Sí, se trabó, ¿verdad, maestra? ¿Sí me escuchan o no?
Sí, sí se escuchó, pero no se escuchó lo último. It's okay. So
Okay.
a web page is what we have here. For example, Dropbox, a web page is Facebook. Those are like social media, but a web page is like the www dot and that. El nombre en sí, no el link. Well, the name of the page, that is a web page. Okay, Mixie, can you help me to read the next one, please?
Skype, have a spoken conversation with someone over the internet using the software application. Skype, typical, also viewing the webcam.
By web, right? Before Zoom, before Google Meet, before all of the new applications we have now, there was only Skype. And that was the application that was used to communicate like video calls with someone, right? Okay, let's see. Alexia, can you help me to read the next one, please?
Cell phone, iPhone, iPhone with access to a cellular radio system, so it can be used over a wide area without
Without.
without without a physical connection to a network, a mobile phone.
Okay, so a cell phone, everybody has a cell phone. I think nowadays it's more than a luxury, it's a need. We all need a cell phone. Okay, next word, post. Robin, please.
Post. It is a comment, picture, or other media that is posted on the user blog, Twitter, Facebook page, or wall.
Yes, so whatever we share in social media, it's a post. It could be a message, it could be a picture, it could be a comment. So whatever we share is a post. Okay, blog. Alexis, please.
Blog, a regular update, website or web page, typically one run by an individual or small group that is written in an informal or conversational style.
Okay, for example, Facebook or Twitter is an example of a blog because it's personal and you share whatever you want in groups, right? You have your friends, so your friends are gonna be able to see whatever you post. Okay, next chat, Judith.
Chat, in a friendly and informal way, only chat may refer to any key of communication over the internet. They offer or transmission of nice messenger from sender to receiver. Chat messenger are generally short in order to enable other participants to respond quickly.
Quickly, yes.
Quickly.
So chat, an example of chat is Facebook Messenger, the inbox, that is a way of chatting with someone. WhatsApp is another way of chatting with people. Okay, link. Michelle, please, what's a link?
an HTML object that allows you to jump to a new location when you click or tap it. Links are then found on almost every web page and provide a simple means of navigating between pages on the web.
Okay, so the link is what makes you go to the web page, right? The web page is like what you see, and the link is like what you need to get into that web page. Okay, now it says in here, how often do you, well, I'm gonna stop sharing this and I'm gonna go to another presentation, okay? Voy a ir ahora a otra. And it's basically the same, but well, in another presentation. So it says, ask and answer the questions in the quiz. How often do you and your partner do these things? We're gonna do it individual, and then we're gonna share, y cuando compartamos vamos a poner la información de su compañero, okay? So first we're gonna read these questions, and it says, write often, sometimes, or never. O for often, que es seguido, sometimes, for with a S, or never with the N, to say how much or how much time, or how much time do you spend doing these activities? Using the cell phone, writing a blog, using a video sharing site, checking your email, send an SMS, chat online, update your webpage, etc., etc. Okay, you're gonna do it by your own. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes para que hagan la primera, okay? And then where it says your partner, cuando estemos comentando entre todos, ahí ya vamos a poner la que diga sus compañeros, okay? Is it clear what you are going to do? You just have to put S for sometimes, O for often, or N for never. I'll give you some minutes. Les daré unos minutos para que respondan.
Teacher, often es, ya no me acuerdo.
Often es seguido.
Ah, ok, perdón.
¿Qué quiere decir sharing site, teacher?
¿Dónde está, perdón?
Es la segunda.
Write a blog. Oh, use a video sharing site.
Ah, sí, la tercera.
Como Facebook, la opción que tiene como compartir videos.
Ah, ok.
También, Robin, pudiera ser como YouTube, como los que son, que se graban y luego lo comparten.
Teacher, cuando dice update your web page, una página web.
Update, pues es actualizar. No necesariamente tiene que ser una página en sí, pudiera ser tus redes sociales. ¿Qué tanto tiempo las actualizas?
Share links.
Compartir links.
Teacher, y ya la última, use social networking. ¿Qué es networking?
Sorry, I was mute. Pues son igual redes, o sea, que es redes sociales, like social network, es como Facebook, Instagram, like that.
Sí.
Okay,
Escape,
dime.
Escape, vendría siendo como videollamada, ¿verdad?
Sí, ajá. ¿Listos? Finished.
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so let's share. Remember that you're gonna write what your classmate says in where it says your partner, okay? Donde diga your partner, ahí van a poner the answer of your partner, okay? So for example, Michelle, tell me, Michelle, how often do you use your cell phone?
Tengo que-
Often,
Ah,
sometimes, or never?
often.
Often, okay? Robin, write a blog.
Never.
Never, okay. Mixie, use a video sharing site.
Never.
Okay. Judith, check your email.
So make teams.
Sometimes, okay. Alexis, send a message.
Sometimes.
Okay. Anna, chat online.
Often, all the time.
Okay. Alexia, how often do you update your webpage?
Something.
Sometimes.
Teacher,
Okay.
this question, update
Ajá.
your web page. Es como change my picture on my profile in the Facebook and the
Ajá.
WhatsApp, something like that.
Yes, or
Or
post a
posting the
new
picture in the
comment.
Instagram, something like that. Okay.
Yes. Okay, let's start over. Michelle, Skype someone?
Never.
Often, every single day. Skype is like video call. So you video call with this new
Pero teacher
model.
no es porque yo quiera.
But you do it. But well, okay, okay. No haces videollamadas tampoco? Not with your friends or... No? Okay. Follow a blog. Robin?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Alexis, how often do you share links?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay. Mixie, how often do you post messages?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Judith, how often do you use social networking sites?
Ahí sí no alcancé porque no le entendí la networking.
Social networking es lo mismo a social network. Social networks, I'm going to give you 3 examples. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
Oh, often.
Often. Ok. Ahora, si ustedes mismos contestaron su respuesta, pues nada más lo dejan en blanco. Por ejemplo, en el caso de la primera, Michelle, pues dejas en blanco donde dice your partner. Y a los demás, pues igual, ¿no? Cuando fue su turno, dejan en blanco esa parte. Ok. Well, I'm going to go next. And it says that we're going to listen to 4 people talking about how they keep in touch. We're going to match each speaker to the type of communication, okay? So I want you to write a speaker 1, 2, 3, and 4. Write these speakers, and then then we're gonna listen, and you will tell me what type of communication does each speaker use, ¿ok? Me van a decir qué tipo de comunicación is using each of the speakers, yes? So 4 speakers, 4 different types of communication, yes? Ready? Oops, wait. Voy a dejar de compartir para poder abrir el audio. So 4 speakers. It's loading.
Unit 11. Technology. Recording S11.1. 1. I use my phone for everything. I text most of the time because it's quick and cheap. So I text my friends and my boyfriend. I like texts because they're quiet. Nobody knows what you're saying. My mom used to call me all the time to check that I'm okay. But now she can text me, which is much better. I get really annoyed when you're talking to someone, though, and they're texting someone else. I think that's really rude. 2.
I use the internet a lot. I use Skype to keep in touch with my family because my daughter lives in France, so I don't see her very often. And the phone is expensive. With the internet, I can see my grandchildren. It's wonderful. My son sets up the computer for me. I haven't learned how to do that yet. And sometimes it crashes during the phone call, which is annoying, or I can't see the picture properly. But usually it's fine. Generally, I think technology is wonderful. When I was younger, we only dreamed of having video phone calls, but now it's possible, and it's free.
3.
We use a blog. It's a great way to tell people about your travel experiences. We've been to so many places already, and it's nice to tell people about them. And you can put photos there of the people you meet and the places you visit. The best thing is that as soon as you write the blog, people all over the world can read it. The only problem we have is when we can't find an internet cafe.
4. I've just started to use social media sites like Facebook. I found some friends I haven't seen for years, and it was great to get in touch again. The only problem is that I keep checking it when I should be working.
Okay, could you hear the different types of communication they have? Do you want to listen once more? Yes? Okay.
The last one, I can understand.
You couldn't understand it? Okay, I'll play it once again.
Unit 11. Technology. Recording S11.1. 1. I use my phone for everything. I text most of the time because it's quick and cheap. So I text my friends and my boyfriend. I like texts because they're quiet. Nobody knows what you're saying. My mom used to call me all the time to check that I'm okay. But now she can text me, which is much better. I get really annoyed when you're talking to someone, though, and they're texting someone else. I think that's really rude. 2.
I use the internet a lot. I use Skype to keep in touch with my family because my daughter lives in France, so I don't see her very often. And the phone is expensive. With the internet, I can see my grandchildren. It's wonderful. My son sets up the computer for me. I haven't learned how to do that yet. And sometimes it crashes during the phone call, which is annoying, or I can't see the picture properly. But usually it's fine. Generally, I think technology is wonderful. When I was younger, we only dreamed of having video phone calls, but now it's possible, and it's free.
3.
We use a blog. It's a great way to tell people about your travel experiences. We've been to so many places already, and it's nice to tell people about them. And you can put photos there of the people you meet and the places you visit. The best thing is that as soon as you write the blog, people all over the world can read it. The only problem we have is when we can't find an internet cafe.
4. I've just started to use social media sites like Facebook. I found some friends I haven't seen for years, and it was great to get in touch again. The only problem is that I keep checking it when I should be working.
Okay, so let's share. Speaker 1, I'm gonna share the screen again to see the part of the speakers. So it's here. So speaker 1. I think, no, this is. Okay, speaker 1. What is the mean of communication that speaker 1 uses?
Cell.
Phone.
The cell phone. Speaker 2.
Skype.
Skype. Speaker 3.
Blog.
Blogs. Okay. And speaker 4. Facebook, right? Social media, let's put it in parentheses. Okay, so these were the different types of communications they used. Now it says, what benefits of these communication technologies do the speakers mention, and what are the negative points? I don't know if you remember, but let's see what we can get from it, right? So the first person, the speaker 1, was talking about the cell phone. What were the benefits that she mentioned about using the cell phone? Do you remember something?
Yes, she can talk with her mother all the time.
Okay.
And no.
Te estás trabando, Ana, no te escucho.
Ya sé, maestra, me estoy trabando.
Ok. Bueno, dijiste that she talks to her mother. And does anybody wants to mention something else about the benefits of using the cell phone that she mentioned? I'm gonna read a part of it. It says, I use my phone for everything. I text most of the time because it's quick and cheap. So I text my friends and my boyfriend. I like text because they're quiet. Nobody knows what you're saying. So that is like the good part for her, right? Esa es la buena parte, that nobody knows what she's saying because she's texting. She's sending the messages, so it's something good. And about the bad part, do you remember the negative part she mentioned about using the cell phone? No? Okay, I'm gonna read that part again. I get really annoyed when you're talking to someone and they're texting someone else. That's really rude. So what is the negative part of this? What is what she finds negative of using the cell phone? I will read it again. I get really annoyed when you're talking to someone and they're texting someone else. I think that's really rude. So what is the negative part for her? Michelle?
Algo de que hay otra persona, maestra.
Yeah.
Que la puede estar otra persona.
So she says that she gets annoyed, se molesta, when you're talking to someone, cuando estás hablando con alguien, and they are texting someone else. O sea, y ellos están usando el teléfono. That's what she thinks is the negative part, which is very, very common because you sending a message is really quick. So sometimes it's easy for us to send a message when we're speaking to someone else. So that could be bad, right? Number 2, Skype. What are the good parts this person, the man, mentioned about it?
The phone is free. The phone is so expensive, and he can talk with her daughter who is live in France, and he can look the daughter and the granddaughter and for free.
Very good. That through Skype, she says, well, he, sorry, because it's a he says his family through the Skype, right? He can see his family through Skype. That is a good part. And what is the bad part he mentioned about it?
In the past, only was in the imagination about the can, o sea, las videollamadas, pues que solamente soñaban con que iba a haber videollamadas.
Uh-huh. And it says that sometimes it crashes during the phone call. O sea, como que se traba. Something like it happening right now, right? That it crashes sometimes. So that is like the bad part. But well, if you have a good internet connection, it's not a big deal, right? Okay, number 3, blogs. What is a good part of the blogs?
¿Cómo se dice compartir, teacher?
Share.
Compartir experiencia.
Share experiences.
Share experience.
Uh-huh. Share experiences, right? It says in here that you can share pictures and experiences about traveling and that. And what could be the bad part of blogs?
Too much people can reading
Okay, well,
about your trips.
It says that it is the best thing. The best thing is that people all over the world can read it. So it's good for him. Probably this was written long time ago. Probablemente se escribió hace mucho porque dice, the only problem is when we can't find an internet cafe. So un internet, ahora los teléfonos tienen internet, so we don't need internet cafe, right? Or maybe it's when you travel to very rural areas that there's no signal. So an internet cafe could be the only option, right? Well, I don't know. Number 4, Facebook, social media. What is a good part of it?
Maestra, a ese audio no le entendí nada.
Okay, does someone have it? ¿Alguien tiene? No, okay, I'm gonna read it. Voy a leer, okay? Voy a tratar de hacerlo a little slower. It says, I've just started to use social media like Facebook. I found some friends I haven't seen for years, and it was great to get in touch again. The only problem is what I keep checking it when I should be working. Okay, so what is a good thing of using Facebook? Because Facebook is the social media she uses. So what is a good thing?
Que friend, que puede mantener amigos por muchos años, algo así.
Que ve amigos. I found some friends I haven't seen for years. Amigos que no había visto en años. She sees them from Facebook. Okay. So it says that it's great to get in touch again. O sea, es genial, pues, be in touch, estar en contacto, be in touch. And it says, the only problem is that I keep checking it when I should be working. ¿Cuál es el problema? What is the problem?
Keep checking the work.
Yes, she checks Facebook when she should be working. That's the problem, right? Okay, do you have any question about these conversations?
No, sí, profe. ¿Cuál era el problema en español, por favor? Working.
Okay, that she checks it, lo revisa, she checks it, lo checa, when she should be working, cuando debería de estar trabajando. So she's on Facebook when she should be working. Okay. So it says in here, read the sentences from the recording. Do you agree? ¿Estás de acuerdo? Let's see the situations. Number 1, I get really annoyed when you're talking to someone and they're texting someone else. I think that's really rude. Do you get mad or annoyed when this happens to you? That you're talking to a friend and your friend is on the phone, do you get annoyed? ¿Te molesta?
Sí, maestra, mi hermana me dice, ¿estás viendo algo en el teléfono que no me pelas? Ponme atención, por favor, sí.
¿Y a ti te molesta, Ana? Do you get annoyed?
No, pero sí cuenta cuando no te están poniendo atención porque están viendo el teléfono.
Okay. So it says that it's really rude. Really rude es como que es muy grosero. A eso se refiere con rude. Okay, number 2. Generally, I think technology is wonderful. Agree or disagree? Technology is wonderful.
It's great.
Agree? Okay. 3. Es lo que hablábamos ahorita. The only
I
problem...
agree.
Okay, with number 2, right? Okay, number 3. The only problem, talking about Facebook, is that I keep checking it when I should be working. Agree or disagree? ¿Consideran un problema esto?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yes, right? Maybe it is because it's sometimes can be a waste of time. Pérdida de tiempo, waste of time. Because if you have things to do, maybe checking Facebook will be a waste of time. But if you have nothing to do, I mean, I think that it's not a problem. So it depends, right? It depends on what you have to do.
Teacher,
Yes?
can you reading the words that you use for decir pérdida de
Waste of
tiempo,
time. Do you want me to write it? All right, can you see it?
No se ve, maestra.
Okay, I'm gonna do it bigger. Waste of time es pérdida de tiempo. So as I was telling you, when you have something to do, using Facebook is a waste of time. But well, it depends, right? It depends on what you have to do. Okay, so this was the class of vocabulary and listening. It was kind of short, as I told you, es un poco corta, but we have 3 classes, so that's why we kind of slow, right? Nos quedan 2 classes. Tomorrow we're gonna go with grammar, and then on Thursday we're gonna go with listening and speaking again. Okay, do you have any question about today's class? No? Okay, thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
Bye.